Today's horoscope from AstroCademy, Sagittarius, October 26, 2024. The moon moves into your sign and adds emotional color to your life, and a Mars-Uranus transit enlivens the day further. It positions you well for activities behind the scenes or for putting an end to a problem area. Support may come in from an unexpected source, or you may surprise yourself with your inner strength and courage. The key now is to draw upon your inventive side and do things just a little differently. You're able to detach yourself from a matter just enough to handle it quickly and move forward. There can be a sudden need to put a long-standing problem behind you, for example, or deal with a secret that has weighed you down. The motivation to free yourself is palpable now, so take advantage. Sometimes you need a little extra push or oomph, and this may very well be the time for it. Let your freak flag fly today. As mighty Mars, the planet of sex and passion, soars through the skies, he will link with electric Uranus, the planet of spontaneity and rebellion. With the linking in an aspect known as a sextile, you'll be fired up to get experimental, sassy, and intelligent. Don't just sit back and let this good energy go to waste, regardless if single or attached. If you are looking for a lover, consider visiting random venues, stores, or events that you wouldn't usually frequent. This will put you in contact with others outside of your standard type who might intrigue you in unique ways. Changes in your career path may inspire something within you. Lately, the ups and downs of your career path might have taken the wind right out of your sails. You could have been lacking motivation to get back on track. Thankfully, something may break this lackluster spell when Mars in Cancer sextiles Uranus retrograde in Taurus. Nothing crazy has to happen for you to snap out of it. But once you get your head in the game, you may benefit from being quiet about your next moves. Keep your plans and ambitions to yourself for now. The planets' positions bring you back to what you were curious about a couple months back. It may have to do with a person you are intrigued by. Whatever your heart feels, keep your body in tune by regular exercise and drinking plenty of water. You can't follow your heart if your body isn't ready to move. Rest will help balance your digestive and excretory systems, and that in turn will keep your energy pure for when you need it most. Today is going to be positive, notably in terms of your relationships. You will be able to take advantage of this to establish close ties with someone among your family or friends. However, don't rush to be the one that takes the first step because today's vibrations indicate that you should let those close to you take action first. In addition, try to make the projects you have with others progress and exchange viewpoints with those you collaborate with, but without radically modifying your plans. Being a better listener doesn't mean changing your own opinion. While Pluto is back in direct motion in your work sector and thanks to a friendly aspect to the moon as it moved through your career sector over the weekend, this has given things a nudge. It is not until next week that there will be noticeable quickening of the pace. This gives you time to embrace the focus that today's stars are putting on the playful, creative, and adventurous side of life's fence, and especially when it comes to putting some work and life balance guidelines in place. The final months of the year are set to become a lot busier than it is now. While Venus, the planet of love, is starting to separate from a friendly aspect to the North Node in an adventurous part of your chart that peaked yesterday, there are two planets there that she will connect with before leaving your romantic sector next month. While Venus has returned to begin some of the most romantically charged weeks of the year, the spirit of romance and adventure have been closely entwined from the start. Our eyes in the sky. Think of this moment as an invitation to let go of the ordinary and try something that stirs excitement. It doesn't have to be a huge, life-changing move. Sometimes it's those small, thoughtful changes that can make all the difference. Have you ever followed a little nudge to do something you wouldn't normally consider, only to later realize that it opened up new doors or led to some incredible results? That's the kind of energy we're working with today. It might mean taking a different approach to a project, rethinking how you communicate with someone, or even simply organizing your day in a new way. If you felt a little stuck lately or like things have been in a holding pattern, this energy might be exactly the shift you need to break out of that rut. You might find yourself doing something today that surprises even you. This alignment between Mars and Uranus isn't just about sparking new ideas, it's also an invitation to let your creativity flow freely. Whether it's a work-related project, a personal endeavor, or even just your usual to-do list, experiment with letting things flow in an unplanned, organic way. Have you ever felt that moment when, after reading so hard to figure it all out, suddenly everything just clicks because you approached it with a fresh perspective? That's the type of insight Uranus often brings, so be open to taking those leaps, and let yourself be amazed by where they take you. But today's cosmic energy doesn't stop at new ideas and actions. On a deeper emotional level, you might notice some past feelings or memories surfacing out of nowhere. It could be an unresolved situation, a person from your past, or even a random memory that stirs up emotions you thought you'd put behind you. Have you ever found yourself feeling triggered by something that brought up old emotions or unresolved issues? Today's energy is amplifying that experience, giving you a powerful chance to see things differently. Instead of letting these resurfacing feelings overwhelm you, use this moment as an opportunity for growth. Think of it as your own personal reset button, a chance to rise above old emotional patterns and approach things with fresh insight. Maybe you can respond differently this time or see something from a new, more empowered perspective. Yes, it might feel challenging, but remember that you're not the same person you were in the past. You've grown, you've gained strength, and you have the ability to handle things in a way that supports who you are today. Reflect for a moment. Can you remember a time when you stood your ground during a sensitive conversation? Perhaps it wasn't easy, but you stayed true to yourself, communicating clearly and with confidence, even if the discussion was difficult. How did you feel afterward? There's something incredibly satisfying about expressing yourself honestly, and today, that same energy is available to you. The stars are aligning to help you approach conversations, especially those emotionally charged ones, with clarity and confidence. And remember, finding common ground doesn't always happen instantly. Sometimes compromise takes time, patience, and a lot of mutual understanding. You might not walk away with a perfect agreement right away, and that's okay. It's all part of the journey, not just the destination. So trust in the process, and know that by staying true to yourself and giving the conversation the time it needs, you're making progress, even if it feels a bit drawn out. It's not just about the end result, it's about how you handle each step along the way with integrity and honesty. So, as you move through the day, I encourage you to embrace both the adventurous spirit and the emotional insights that today's cosmic energy brings. Take that inspired step towards something new, even if it's just a small shift, and if emotions or memories from the past arise, welcome them as part of your healing journey. There is so much potential for growth today, whether it's in your creative pursuits, your relationships, or your own journey of self-awareness and healing. The universe is supporting you on this path, reminding you that you've got everything you need within you to embrace change, express yourself, and evolve. You've got this.